Congressman Louie Gohmert, he serves on the House Judiciary Committee, a member of the House Border Security Caucus and the influential Freedom Caucus, and a great American. Congressman, great to see you.
Great to see you, Lou.
I have to ask you, I mean, what goes through your mind when you listen to Horowitz, as you have, and hear this? I mean, it's just pablum. It's blather. It means nothing.
Yep. Yep.
And this whole sorry process has been basically, it seems, orchestrated to give everyone who is guilty and culpable of crimes against the nation sufficient time to hide their tracks, to bury evidence against them, and to cover up completely what is the worst scandal in American political history.
I agree with you on all of those things, except Horowitz goes further than that, Lou. Horowitz, in his report on Strozk and Page, found hundreds of pages of evidence of the most outrageous bias and prejudice. And as I told him when he came and testified, look, you gave Republicans hundreds of pages of this terrible bias, and then you realize, uh-oh, the Democrats made me Inspector General. I better give them something. I'll give them everything. And so at the end he says, but I found no evidence that the bias or prejudice affected their investigation. Lou, how about the fact that every single conclusion that Strozk and Page had in their investigations were not necessarily consistent with the facts. They weren't, but they were always consistent with their bias and prejudice. I would say that's evidence that that affected things. And then if you look at this shorter report, 61 pages about Comey, you were touching on it. You know, he gives all these adjectives and descriptions that make Republicans go, oh, this is horrible. And at the last page, he's saying how people were disturbed. They were upset about Comey's conduct.
They're concerned.
Oh, yeah. But the reason that James Comey is not likely to be indicted and that Barr said, nah, I don't think so, is because of the classification process of the documents that he leaked and the documents he mishandled. They were described, actually page 1 and 2 of his report. He says the FBI reviewed, the FBI 4 times on page 2, he said the FBI determined, but you have to go over to page 41, 42, and 43 to find out who was the FBI that made this determination that they were really classified at a low level. It
You're
really
not going to go back
serious.
to Strozk and Page, are you?
Yes, it was Strozk and Page. And not only Strozk and Page, they had a supervisor that rubber stamped everything they said, named Bill Priestap, who reports indicate he went to London to try to shore up the Steele dossier. The decision that keeps Comey from being indicted were made by Strozk and Page. To me, that is so outrageous. So I know Republicans are excited about that finally we're going to get some justice in the next IG report, but based on the 2 we've seen already, I'm not that encouraged. He is given cover.
Congressman Louie Gohmert, thank you so much. You put it together for us. We appreciate it.